Hey everyone, it's Ann Carden again, coming to you live, day number 3. So I am excited to be back with you today. Today, I want to talk about broke experts. Do you know how many broke experts are out there in the marketplace? But here's the deal, you don't have to be one of them. So that's what I want to talk about today, how to really put yourself in the top 1 to 3% of earners in your industry. I have to tell you, there are ways that you can rise to the top, make a lot more money, make a lot more impact, and have more influence. But you have to take some action and take some steps and do the right things. So here's the thing, you might be an author, you might be a speaker, you might be a consultant, a coach, you might offer some sort of professional services. So maybe you're a CPA or you are a wealth advisor, an accountant, any of those things. How can you really rise above in your industry and stand out and be seen as the expert that you are, and really rapidly and massively grow your business and your income? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. So the first thing is, if you are an expert, you should not be quiet, okay? If you are a quiet expert, if you are an expert who is not going to put yourself out there and let people know what you are so brilliant about, oh, you're only going to get so far. All right. So the first thing is, you have to think about, what do leaders do? If you want to be seen as an expert, think about leaders. Think about the people that are in the news that you see the most. Think about the people that you admire, the heroes, the people that you look up to, that you follow, the people you follow. They look like experts, right? They're visible. So we're going to talk about being visible. But it starts with really identifying that you are better in what you do than other people. And you can't just be better, you have to let people know how you're better. So let's dive in. All right, the first thing is, I want to ask you, what makes you different? What makes you better, unique, special? What puts you in a category of one? If you want to be seen as the expert, if you want to stand out, before you do anything to build your business, you have to establish this. You have to establish, what do I want to be known for? Like, if I could be known for one thing, what would that be? See, for me, I want to be known as one of the best business consultants and marketing strategists to help people really rapidly grow and scale their businesses. So small businesses. And I want to be known for that. Like, I don't ever want anyone to question that I can help them, that I can do what I say I can do. All right. And I want to be able to help people get more visible and attract their perfect clients, and have their business structured in a way that they can make the money they want and reach their goals. Those are all the things that I really care about, because so many businesses fail, so many businesses stay broke, so many professionals don't make the money that they want, or they don't know how to get into that top 1 to 3% of people in their industry. And so those are the things that I care about helping people do. And I want to be really known as being good at that. Okay, so what is it for you? What is that expertise, that thing that makes you different, the thing that I call it your sweet spot, the thing that really no one else can compete with you? See, there are a lot of people out there helping people build businesses like I am, but no one has my background, no one has my expertise, no one has all of the knowledge and the skills that I have. No one has, they haven't walked my same path. All right. And so as a result of that, I have insights and nuances and strategies and things that I know that a lot of my competitors don't. And I built a lot of businesses for myself, and so I can leverage that. I've worked with hundreds of business owners in over 40 plus industries, so I can leverage that. All of those things make me unique, right? They make me very experienced, and they make me very unique. And so, my strategy is, I can help you double or triple your business in typically 12 months, or even less. And so, what is that thing for you? All right. What is your expertise? So first you have to know, how do you want to be seen? What do you want to be known for? How do you want people to see you? See, you don't want people to see you as a financial advisor, or you don't want people to see you as an author, or you don't want people to see you as a leadership coach or a leadership consultant. You don't want people to see you as a business coach or a business consultant. You have to put yourself in a category of one and make your competitors irrelevant. Because here's the deal, I don't really care if there's a lot of business coaches and business consultants around. I don't really care if there's a lot of marketing strategists around. I don't really care if people are doing the same thing as me, because no one is going to have my process, right? And so my job now is to let people see what I'm all about, is to let people see who I am and how I'm different. And so this brings me to step number 2. Once you know what you want to be known for, once you know what you want your expertise to be, and you know what you're trying to accomplish, and you know what it will take to get into the 1 to 3%, because your skills and your knowledge is that good, right? You're better at what you do than most people out there. Now you have got to position yourself in the marketplace in that way. So this is step number 2. It's your positioning. See, if people don't understand how you're better, how you're different, what sets you apart, then they can't really do business with you with what you're trying to accomplish, right? Because now they're going to start price shopping. They're going to start looking around, and they're going to say, okay, well, here's a business for me. Here's a business coach or a consultant. Here's a business coach or a consultant. Here's someone who does marketing, right? But here's the thing, I've written 3 business books, okay? So I'm a 3-time author. I've been on multiple stages and podcasts speaking about business. I have a following on social media. I'm always out there teaching and training and educating and giving value to share my knowledge, my skills. So I teach in great detail even. And so it's all my positioning, right? It's how I show up and how I'm seen in the market. I want people to know that if they're thinking of building their business, getting that growth, getting those big, fast financial leaps in their business, getting seen as an expert, getting visible, attracting more premium clients. If people are thinking about those things, I want them to think of me. I want them to think that I am the person who can help them do that, okay? And so how can you do this as well? So it's all positioning. So if you go and look at all of my marketing content that is out there, if you go and look at my YouTube channel, if you look at my Facebook pages, if you look at my Facebook groups, if you look at my profile, if you Google me, you are going to see the same thing: business growth, right? And you're going to see marketing and sales. So you're going to see the same things about me. So that is what I'm talking about with positioning. And you will be able to see that I do what I say I can do. You can go to my website, you can see multiple client testimonials, you can see the engagement that I get on social media, you can see multiple ways that I do what I tell people I do. And I do it for myself too. So when I say, hey, you need to get positioned in the marketplace, you need to be seen as the expert, I do that. You can look at my stuff and you can see that I do that. You can look and you can see that I do what I help people do. So I help them get positioned as an expert in the market so that they can really attract those premium clients and they can stand out. They can have that competitive edge. They can have that advantage in the marketplace. And I can help them do that both online and offline. See, I've built businesses both ways, so I know how to build business either way. And so that is another thing that sets me apart. A lot of people don't know how to do that. And so what is that for you? What is that edge, that advantage, that thing that you are really, really good at, that thing that you're an expert at, that you now want to get positioned for in the marketplace? All right, so that's the next thing. So if I go and look at everything that you do and everything that you're seen for and known for, is it really, really clear to me that what you're an expert for? All right, because if you can't attract clients to you, and you don't have the right business structure in place, you will stay struggling. You will not make the money or the impact that you want. All right? So get positioned in the marketplace and don't look like a jack of all trades. So, one of the things, if you're an author, okay, for example, now how can she position herself in the marketplace for those things to be seen as an expert for those things? See, that's all going to build credibility and trust with your audience. And it's really, at the end of the day, it is really about taking your audience and taking them from someone who never heard about you, they don't know who you are, they have no idea who you are, and getting their interest and turning them into a believer that you are the go-to person. That's really what it boils down to. If you don't want to be a broke expert, you've got to curate an audience or get people, leads, whatever that is, coming to you, and you've got to turn those people into believers. And there are multiple ways to do this. But if you are not positioned right to do this, you will miss out on more clients, more influence, and more income. Okay? You'll miss out on that. And you'll stay a broke expert. Look, if people don't know about you, or they don't understand what you do that makes you the expert, you're going to miss all that, right? You're going to miss out on all of that opportunity. Okay? So that's the second thing, is positioning. The third piece of not being a broke expert and getting in the top 1 to 3% is now you've got to get visible. And visibility takes a strategy. But the other two things need to be in place first. So one of the things that people do is they don't do things in sequence. So they decide, oh, I want to become a speaker. All right. But they don't have the fundamentals dialed in so that their speaking is really leveraged and it's bringing them clients, or it's bringing them the people that they want for the money they want. Now that's the other piece. Are you getting the money you want for what you do? All right. Because if you're not, that's a positioning problem. And so you've got to fix the positioning if you want to make more money on what you're currently doing. But now that you've got your positioning dialed in, you know what your expertise is, you know how you want to be seen, you know how you want people to see you in the market, and for what you do. Now you have got to get visible. Get visible, get visible, get visible. And it starts with the marketing strategy, all right? Part of the marketing strategy is your positioning as well. But now, how do you go out and actually put yourself in front of people, all right? And so this is the action part. This is the real action part. And often, people aren't taking action, and that's why they're not getting business. That's why they're staying the broke expert. They're not taking the actions that they need. Or there's all of this inconsistency. Like, they'll get super, super active on, say, LinkedIn or on Facebook, and then nothing, right? And then nothing. Or it's very sporadic, or they have no system in place. So the thing about visibility is it works best if you've got a system. I'm just going to say that. And a system is consistency in what you are doing, and you get it working. So it becomes like a well-oiled machine. And your marketing should be a system. You should be taking the actions that are getting the results. And the great thing about doing that is you can ramp it up or you can dial it back. So if you need more, you can ramp it up. If you need less, you can dial it back. That is a marketing system. And getting visible takes a marketing system. All right. And so you need to make sure that you figure out, first and foremost, where you want to be seen. All right. Where are your ideal clients? Where are those perfect people for you? And then that's where you want to be. All right. How can you possibly know where to go and get them? But let's say you know exactly who your ideal clients are. You've got this really dialed in. And now you know that they're on LinkedIn, or you know you can get them through speaking, or you know you can get them through Facebook. Okay, now put the strategy in place. So what you have to do is you have to be positioned right, and then you go and connect with them. All right, you have to connect with them. And then once you connect with them, now you should have a strategy in place to get very visible in front of them so they can see what it is you do. And so this is all part of a marketing strategy, but it has to be consistent and it has to be dialed in. And then also, what are other ways that you can leverage what you are doing to get visible? So, if you've been following me for any length of time, I'm all about leverage in a business. But again, it's all about being where your audience is. And you've got to really know this, because I have to tell you, I see a lot of professionals out there who are speaking to people who are not their audience at all. And once you get the pictures, once you get the photo opportunity and you can use the pictures in your marketing, now it's just really a waste of your time. All right. Unless you're just honing your skills. And so, when you're first starting out speaking, I say, hey, you go speak anywhere and everywhere just to get experience and get good at what you're doing and dial that in. But once you get good at what you're doing and you're really trying to level up your business, now you need to make sure that you're leveraging your time. And that means speaking in front of the right people. So that's a leveraged approach. So those are a couple of ways, being on people's podcasts, again, in front of your ideal clients. I love Facebook groups and things like that, because that's a leveraged approach. I get to share my expertise and my knowledge and everything with my audience, with my, the people that are in my groups and the people that I'm connected with and all of those things. So how can you do this in your business? Because here's the deal. At the end of the day, if enough people don't know about you, or if people don't know about you, or they're not clear how you can help them, or they're really just not clear what you do, you will stay a broke expert. You just will. You won't get the opportunities. You won't get the clients. You won't be able to make the money. You won't even be able to charge what you could charge as if you do the things that I'm talking about. So when you do the things I'm talking about, you can also charge more. You can get those premium fees. Let everyone else have the low price, the low fee clients and customers. Okay? So those are 3 things. So let me just recap here. People, how do you want to be seen? All right. How do you want to be known in the marketplace? Now you've got to get positioned in the right way in the marketplace, and then you've got to get super visible. Now, the other thing 2 more things I want to talk about here to not stay a broke expert is when you are trying to figure out who your perfect clients are and what you want to be known in, all of that, follow the money. I cannot stress this enough. Follow the money. All right. As a business coach, as a business consultant, I can help practically any business. I mean, I built 6 myself. I've worked with hundreds of business owners. I've been doing business for 41 years, marketing, sales, 41 years, right? Okay. There's probably not a business out there that I couldn't work with. But here's the deal. I don't work with startups, and I'm very clear about that. In all of my marketing, I say that because why? There's no money. There is no money in startups, all right? And so if you want to get your business faster leaps, if you don't want to be a broke expert, then be the expert and target where there's money. Follow the money, all right? I mean, again, there's a difference in business and charity. And I know I go back and forth a lot with this with coaches because they have a heart to help. We want to help people. That's part of our nature and what we want to do. But does it do any good if you don't have the funds that you need to stay in business or grow your business? Or I always say, gosh, if you make more than you need, oh my goodness, what a great place to be. Give back, right? You should give anyway. That's just my opinion. You should always give anyway. But now what if you had to just give it away because you made more money than you need? Now all of a sudden you've got opportunities for charities and mission work, and I have all of these different things that I love to give to. I love to give to my church, and I love to give to my mission work, and I have this heart for kids. So anything with kids, I am there to try to support that. And I sponsor kids in other countries, and I'm always giving. We have an orphanage that our church sponsors and does, and I want to give to that. And I'll, the youth for those trips and things like that. So anything and everything with kids, I have like this real heart and soft spot for those types of charities. Shriners Hospital, St. Jude's Hospital, kids with cancer. All of those things are passions of mine. And so here's the thing. If I want to be able to give to those things in a big, big, big way and make a huge impact, I need to make money in my business. All right. And so follow the money. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. And a lot of people think there is, and it isn't. And I just did a quick video the other day. It's not about greed. It's about what the money can do. What the money can do. It's a tool and a resource. That's it. That's all money is. It is a tool and a resource. It's an opportunity for you to have choices and for you to have freedom and for you to be able to make decisions in your life that aren't going to be made for you because you don't have any money. All right. And so when I say follow the money, it's not about greed. It isn't about that. But if you want to grow a thriving business, if you want to be the expert, if you want to get into that top 1 to 3%, you've got to go where the money is. That's just the reality. All right. And so if you're not getting that in your business, you've got a targeting problem, most likely. Your target might be off. Your messaging is probably off. Your offers might be off. And so are you trying to sell things to people that are really for startups when really they're not the people you want, or people who don't have a lot of money? Here's the thing about that. If that's where your heart is, if that's where your passion is, then go find another target to make money and then give a hand down. All right. So go make money first, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and then you can help everyone else. And so maybe where your heart is or who you most want to help is not the right fit to build your business. They can be two very different things. And so that needs to almost be the next step. Or go follow the money. And when you make that money, now you can take a portion of those funds and you can give to those things where those people wouldn't have the money, or you could coach them for free or whatever that is. Okay. And so these are all really, really important things to understand. Follow the money. And then finally, let's see, I talked about your expertise. How do you want to be seen? I talked about getting positioned. I talked about visibility. I talked about following the money. And finally, add income streams. Okay. Don't just have one income stream. So I see this with authors a lot, or speakers. They only are doing that one thing. So they're out there speaking, and maybe they're getting paid to speak, but they have nothing to sell really. They don't have offers to sell. They don't have products to sell, or they're out there trying to sell their book when they speak. Woo. A book is, a few bucks, right? It's not going to make you any money. You have to sell a ton of books. And so, take your book and turn it into a course, turn it into a program, a coaching program, turn it into something that gives you more income streams. This is really important. Now, if you're a coach, I recommend that you've got multiple income streams. You've got your custom work, your VIP, your high dollar work. You've got your, next level, your mid-tier or mid-level. So maybe that's a mastermind, a group program, whatever that is. Then you've got your low tier. That might be courses, products, books, all of those things. But you need multiple income streams. Now, you don't want to do these all at the same time. But if you're an expert, as you're building your business and you're staying very focused and you're keeping your business streamlined, you should easily be able to add on layers into your business and create those multiple income streams. See, I work in two sides of my business. So I work with small business owners, and I work with coaches, professionals, experts in their business. But I didn't start out with all of those. Okay, I didn't start out targeting all of those. And that came with time. That came as I grew my business and as I built my business. And then, I kind of found myself falling into another niche, but that wasn't really planned, so to speak. And so a lot of times people try to do too many things at one time and then nothing goes anywhere. So get something working really, really well first. And then it's really actually very easy to add new income streams and layer on and add new levels to your business. If you made money and then you had more than you needed, that's just the best place to be. Okay. So if you're interested in getting into multiple 6 and 7 figures, let's have a conversation. And a lot of times my clients can make fast leaps in their business, depending on where they are in their business. But either way, they can move forward much faster working with me than not. So reach out to me, and thank you for being on here. Make sure you like or comment on this video if this is helpful for you. And hey, don't be a broke expert. All right? People are looking for you, and people are happy to pay you for your expertise, your brilliance. Let's make your bank account reflect your brilliance. All right? Love you all. Have an amazing day.